episode tonight. We have some great guests tonight, so we're going to kick it off with the song. I try to write a song for every episode, and this is the one that I wrote for this episode. I wrote it in the last week, so I may not get all the words right, but we'll see. Here we go. By the way, this is a Dream of Apocalypse. Real bright and happy song. I was lost in a dream, transported to another time. Ran with the dinosaurs and saw life crawl up from primordial slime. I saw the meteor extinguishing life in a blink of an eye. Heard them suffer and cry as I watched a million life forms die. Blacked out the sun, blacked out the sun, blacked out the sun, all was gone. Marching soldiers shouting, chasing deadly shooting guns. There was thousands of people, refugees on the run. Air raid sirens screaming warnings of impending doom. Fiery mushroom cloud feeding on the flesh of all it consumed. Blacked out the sun, blacked out the sun, blacked out the sun, all was done. I saw a future world of industrial waste and human greed. A barren, empty place devoid of life, plants and trees. Gasping for life's last breath in a burnt and dark, polluted air. Garden of Eden destroyed and all that's left burnt dark and bare. It blacked out the sun, blacked out the sun, blacked out the sun, all was gone. Woke in cold sweat from my bed in a fearful grip of what I'd seen. Was it the black of my soul or imaginings within my dream? I see the sun shining bright as the dawn gives birth to a brand new day. I am blind to the sun, knowing what will come beyond today. Blacked out the sun, blacked out the sun, blacked out the sun, it was gone. Blacked out the sun, blacked out the sun, blacked out the sun, it was gone.
And the song is called Here's Hoping. better things for you and me. I still raised my glass, though too young to drink. It's the significance, so here's hoping you finally found your peace. They sculpted you black, they painted you blue, a fresh new coat to hide the real you. And the marks on your arms, I gave them no mind, for they faded when placed around my spine. The moment of truth, when you told me you're doomed, I had to go live like someone new. My sister is grown, she'll give you a home. You just wanted what's best for me, I know. And due to her grace, I can now embrace these magical moments. When the world unwinds a stitch in time to expose its innocence, and now all my dreams burst at the seams into reality. I still raise this glass and toast to you, to this life you gave me, and I thank you for allowing me to be. Thank you.
I was completely hypnotized by that. The cadence of your guitar work was just great. I mean,
Thank you.
the picking was just right in that groove, and you just kept that almost a hypnotic trance going. And your vocals enhance that hypnotic state that you put us into. I was trying to get all the words, the imagery. Was that about your mother's death?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really, really interesting, very heavy.
Thank
And you
you.
had, but the way that you approached it was really unique. How she filled you with hope, and you thanked her for you being you. That was really nice. The only from a performance standpoint, I would have liked you to kind of break out of that drone a little bit and go up to maybe a higher register on the chorus part. Maybe just to capture the audience a little bit.
Okay. Yeah,
and
like
just-
maybe like the second chorus or
Yeah,
the
just
first
go
chorus.
up an octave or a third or something, because you were kind of monotone the whole time.
Yeah.
And even though it was hypnotic from a performance standpoint, you would have woken us up and maybe just shook it up a little.
Yeah.
If you had just went to another, higher vocally or something like that, more
Basically
powerful
just-
vocals or something.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's a beautiful song.
Thank
I
you.
mean, I think it's just heartfelt and very talented, very, very good.
Well, Elliot, as usual, I have to agree and disagree with you. I agree with you that it was the words that came to me were simply beautiful. The song was simply beautiful. It was very hypnotic. I agree with Elliot on that, but I disagree with the performance part, because when I was listening to that song, this happens to me all the time, but there was a movie playing in my head. And you ever see those movies where it's like in the middle or toward the end of the movie where there's a montage of scenes going on with the different characters and the music is playing over it?
Yeah.
That's what I was seeing when I was listening to that. So, I mean, it's not something that, you say, oh, if you go out, you perform it, and some of the people are going to fall asleep. No, that is a movie. That is a movie soundtrack. That's beautiful. No, I understand what you meant. Yeah. Yeah.
Raise the
Attentiveness.
attention span of the audience
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, no, I understand, but that
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand. Like
to
maybe
me
like
that
raise it
doesn't
up
look
a
like a
little bit.
performance piece though. That's a movie soundtrack. That's what I saw with that. It was really very good. Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, very visual.
It's hard to play on these strings. Usually I use nylons. Like it's hard to like press these down because they're all. I don't want to retune his guitar completely.
This is called Save Me From This Fantasy, and I have not played this in public. Well, actually, I haven't played in public in a long time, but I haven't played this in public, like in a public space, for over a year. So, how did I get to this place? No one can tell me where I am tonight. Wonder if it is a dream. Will I wake to see the morning light? Surrounded by people who are walking in a trance, and they go nowhere. Moving together like some eerie kind of dance. They don't really care. Oh, I don't know. Won't someone save me from this fantasy? Help me escape from this place where I don't belong. Because there's no life here in this fantasy. Everything that's going on is oh so wrong, oh so wrong. I don't know who brought me here. How'd I wind up in this living hell? Everybody knows my name. They're all people I don't know too well. Try to tell me there's no way out of here, so why not give in? And I can hold out, I refuse to live in fear. I know I I can win, oh, I can win. Someone save me from this fantasy. Help me escape from this place where I don't belong. Because there's no life here in this fantasy. Everything that's going on is oh so wrong, oh so wrong. How to fight this twist of fate? These urges are growing stronger every day. I still have a ray of hope. I can't believe that things would end this way. Deep inside I know someone will come along and will set me free. Till that day I'll do my best to be strong and keep it away from me. Oh, won't you please save me? Won't someone save me from this fantasy? Help me escape from this place where I don't belong. Because there's no life here in this fantasy. Everything that's going on is oh so wrong. Won't someone save me from this fantasy? Oh, won't someone save me from this fantasy? Oh, someone save me from this fantasy. Okay, time to tear it apart now.
I don't know. I liked it a lot. I liked the intro, that soft intro, and then you went into the kick-ass. That was great. That was great. A good performance too. You know, you're changing your performance style. I see it from past performance. You're more, you get better on strumming. You're better on picking. You're better on that.
I'm working on it.
The only thing I didn't understand about the song is, well, maybe didn't understand, but the word fantasy usually is a positive thing. You know?
I know.
And then you kind of went negative on that thing. It's kind of an interesting position of using that word or phrase. But I didn't quite get what you were trying to save yourself out of. So what was the negative part of it?
This song was inspired by Hotel California.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
It's like, I'm trapped in this life that everybody thinks is so great, but it's like I don't really belong, and everybody knows me, but I don't really know them because they're all just cardboard people, and it's like, get me out of here, please,
I think that didn't come across in all of the lyrics. Maybe you want to revisit some of that.
Okay.
Maybe the intro or something like that to get, to give you that idea. Maybe that.
I mean, but it's like everybody goes along in their life, and then they stop and look around and go, "Oh my God, how did I get here?"
Yeah, I see where you're going with that, but I don't think that was clearly depicted.
Yeah, I can work on the lyrics. Like I said, I really haven't touched.
I mean,
this in a
even
year.
though it wasn't clear, it was nice because you could basically kind of pick what you felt as the listener. You could get your own out of it. You weren't painting the picture completely, but you were painting it enough so we could fill in the rest with our own versions of it. So that was nice.
Okay.
And I really liked the spaciness in the beginning too. It was good.
Yeah, that was something that I added.
All right, this song is called Serious. Something
Wow, great song, great song. I like your melody lines. They're almost Beatlesque in the kind of melodies that you have, you know.
Cool.
And I like the chord progressions, and the subject matter is really cool too. You know, it's kind of a growing up kind of song. And
Yeah, it was after I finished college and moved away, and friends were starting to be older and different than just all 20-year-old people and stuff like that.
yeah, you know, it's a good life point of view, kind of good singer-songwriter song. And you know, I like what you were doing on the guitar. It's all around the whole composition. It just made sense. And you also had a middle eight. I heard a middle eight, kind of, sort of, in there.
Kinda. I think that one is sort of like, it's like an ABC part, just
Well,
repeated.
yeah, well, yeah, good song, good song.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Thanks.
Yeah, I got lost in it. I was trying to get the lyrics, but I was like way too focused on your finger patterns and your chord progressions. It's really nice. Like it seemed like you were doing like different finger patterns of the same chords. Like one verse you'd be down here, then
Mhm.
another verse you'd be like way up here. It was really
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I definitely have 2 guitar parts in mind for that.
Yeah, you could definitely do two for that. It's really good.
Yeah, definitely. That was an all-around fun song. It really was. I mean, and I'm not quite sure. I mean, I was trying to think of the word that song, you know, like the era or like maybe the 90s or late 80s or something. But Elliot said Beatles, and that sounds good too.
Interesting.
That sounds good too.
You know,
It's very
I
Beatlesque.
actually was trying to rip off. If you heard like the demo version of that, I was trying to rip off Billy Idol's "Eyes Without a Face."
Okay, yeah. Like I said, you know, I was trying to figure where that fit in because it was a fun song. I liked it. It was all around good. The lyrics, the chords, the performance was really good. And you seem to be having fun doing it, which is the whole idea.
Yeah.
If you're not having fun doing it, then you know, put the guitar away.
Okay. Hi, I'm Elliot Kane. Walk the deserted avenues, lost, distracted, and confused. Mannequins in closed down stores, every face becomes yours. I need a dime, I need a phone. Have to hear your voice just to remind me of home. And every face becomes yours. Every page's face I see reminds me of where I long to be. And every voice and every sound, every face becomes yours. In my lonely hotel room, another town, another gloom. See someone familiar outside, my heart starts to pound deep inside. I run to find that it's not you, and every face becomes yours. Every stranger's face I see reminds me of where I long to be. Every voice and every sound, every face becomes yours. I see reminds me of where I long to be. Every voice and every sound, every face becomes yours. Every face becomes yours. Every face becomes yours. Thank you.
That's a great song, Elliot.
Thanks.
Good job. I heard a lot of early, like 70s, maybe some late 60s influences there. I even heard like a Chicago influence a little bit.
Because I wrote it in the 70s, I think.
Yeah, okay. Well, then that explains it. But yeah, there was a lot of the folk stuff. Yeah, yeah. A little bit of bread, maybe.
Okay.
You know. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice. Very good. I like, you know, it's very simple. You know.
Simple.
Yeah.
That was some very good and very interesting chord choices.
They're actually easy chords, but I used open strings. You know, like this is like a D minor, but it's using open strings. It's a C sharp minor, you know, but using open strings. You know.
Well, it had a nice classic sound.
Yeah.
That sounds like rain falling on city streets.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like how he said it was simple. It was like also complex at the same time because of the chord structure and the finger picking. So that like made it really nice to listen to.
Thanks.
Lyrics were great too, about like missing somebody and.
Yeah, it's a simple song, simple sentiment, but you know, yeah, that's sometimes that's all you
It
need.
came out really beautiful.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Okay. Who,
This is called The Nature Song. Doesn't sound. Is that in tune? Take two. This is called The Nature Song. The snow falls year after year, whether or not I'm still here, regardless of all I know, trees will grow, trees still grow. still come crashing in, despite all I have built. Flowers wilt, flowers wilt. I've watched the streams flow. I've felt the wind blow. I've watched the sun fall, the moon that stands tall. I've watched as rats devour the young. Another life looked down upon. And can we change what's here before? When we are gone, time will move forward forevermore. After all I have rearranged, the leaves still turn red, the seasons change. The best I can do is blend right in as each new day begins. It was the gain.
I think the battery's going. Could be the battery. Yeah. Beautiful song. Oh, sorry. Beautiful song.
Thank
Beautiful
you.
song. Very, very. Again, hypnotic. You have a style. It reminded me of Moonlight Sonata by Beethoven. The picking. You know, I don't know if you know that song.
Yeah, I do.
That's what's reminiscent of, with a little Ravel's bolero mixed in. You know, as it kind of grew on you. You know, kind of grows.
Yeah.
Very pretty words, very pretty song, lovely, absolutely lovely. Too bad the guitar was fuzzing out on you. It kind of, but a great performance, good song, good song.
Thank you.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Elliot. It was a beautiful song. I'm very envious of your picking. So, actually, the fuzzing out actually, in my opinion, added to it a little bit. It really
Like a little bit of
really sounded
reverb.
kind of cool that way. But you know, it was. Hey, a lot of times mistakes end up making. Yeah, but mistakes end up helping things out. You know, I mean, look at.
Yeah, I I thought the fuzz that was cool. That song I think could use, it would benefit from being a little bit lo-fi if it was recorded. I was kind of hearing like almost like samples, like something like a telephone kind of quality, like weird sounds over it or something like that.
Yeah.
I think would go really well with that.
You know, I was hearing like nature samples, you know, streams,
yeah.
and birds chirping, and crickets
Yeah.
chirping.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's cool. I was really if you've ever heard of a band, this guy called the Microphones, he had an album that he recorded in a cabin, and just in the middle of the winter on a mountain somewhere, and that I think that's kind of your style. I think that would be cool. You should go hiking with like a 4-track or something.
And just play out in the field somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, have crickets and birds chirping and things like that. I think babbling brooks, all of that would be really interesting.
Yeah.
Back in
Good stuff.
1996.
Hey.
It's called I Wonder Who's Holding You Now. Whenever you pass me by, I can't seem to catch my breath. I feel like a soul that's lost. I don't know why you left. In my mind, all I think of is you, and I wonder just what I can do. Well, I wonder who's holding you now, who sleeps next to you at night. I wonder who shares your life, who you kiss and hold real tight. Well, I wonder who's taking my place, who claims to love you like I do. And I wonder who's holding you now. Yes, I wonder who's holding you now. We didn't have time for us, our lives just drifted apart. To think of all that I have lost always breaks my heart. We played it safe and took no chances, maybe that's why I have no answers. And I wonder who's holding you now, who sleeps next to you at night. I wonder who shares your life, who you kiss and hold real tight. Well, I wonder who's taking my place, who claims he loves you like I do. And I wonder who's holding you now. Yes, I wonder who's holding you now. Our love was really strong once, can't believe it just died. Those memories of how it was, they keep my dreams alive. Living without you would be wrong. I want you back where you belong. And I wonder who's holding you now, who sleeps next to you at night. I wonder who shares your life, who you kiss and hold real tight. Well, I wonder who's taking my place, who claims he loves you like I do. And I wonder who's holding you now. Yes, I wonder who's holding you now.
nice. Sorry.
It switched back. Nope. Yep.
There we go.
There it goes.
Oh yeah, that was a really nice song.
Thank you.
I really loved how at the end of the chorus when you say, "I wonder who's holding you now," and you go into the minor first before you go into the major.
Yeah.
I really like that.
I added that.
That made the song for me.
Good, because that wasn't there in 1986.
It's good that it's there now. It was really nice.
Thank you.
It kind of reminded me of a doo-wop song, almost in the, Beach Boys kind of thing, in that era of music,
Yeah.
And I think you can move the capo up a little bit more and get some more emphasis, some more power in your voice. I think it was too low for your voice from a performance standpoint.
Yeah.
In key. But other than that, I think it had a good groove. It kind of moved, and it had a good chorus, a strong chorus, and kind of doo-woppy and a throwback to that kind of era of song. I can almost hear like a Neil Sedaka kind of in there. And I think that there is a place for those type of songs. There was a doo-wop kind of feel to that.
Yeah, I agree with Elliot about the register was a little bit low, but I liked it a lot. Like I always think about things from a recording standpoint, and if you had maybe a second vocal of yourself doing like an octave higher along with it, then that could possibly, maybe it would be fine in the key that it's in. Then that would be nice. Or maybe a female, like a duet with you, a female vocalist singing, and you guys would be singing to each other. I
Yeah.
wonder where you
Never
are.
thought of that as a duet, but yeah, it could work. You could do a little tweaking.
But
It could
yeah,
work.
it's great too, as is. I liked it.
Thank you.
Rush. When I'm rushing in my van, living down by the waterside, then I think I'll be alright. I'm sorry what I did to you, but you know I had to. I think you already knew. Uglier I get, the more it shows I tried. You don't have to spend the night. I already sold my body. Won't you come and buy my soul? Was that my mind that you stole?
That's great. That was great. That was
All
great.
right.
It reminded me of kind of Stephen Stills, like Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young kind of sound. It had that kind of thing. And also, I like the way that you kind of ornament your chords, more than a Christmas tree. You have all these little, gerberations to your chords and things, and I think that's really cool and nice. And you added a lot of things to the E minors and A minors, and it added a lot to the song. Good performance. Good. I like the vocals, and I like the whole vibe of it. You have a definite kind of a style. It's both retro and modern at the same time, which
Thank you.
is
All
kind
right.
of interesting.
That's very nice.
Yeah, the style was really good. I liked how it was slow, but it was groovy both at the same time. So I really liked that.
Thanks.
The lyrics, was it more about when you were saying going down to the water side? Was that more of a being alone thing or a having fun thing?
Well, I guess both in a way, but it mainly was about being alone or going home, sort of. But I also was, kind of poking fun at that Chris Farley skit from Saturday Night Live, where he's like, "When you're living in a van down by the river." But I meant it in like a positive way, though.
Like just getting out of your head.
Being
Enjoying
where you're
yourself.
supposed to be.
It's really nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I really liked it. And of course, there was a movie playing through my head. I saw this in a video. I saw you sitting there on the wall at the beach in Venice Beach, California, and out on the desert, with the van parked there, just sitting there playing, and then down in New Orleans, down on Bourbon Street, and down in Florida, just kind of traveling,
That's a
and
great
ending up-
idea.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, just different places, the scenes cutting, it's not, the traveling thing, just, you see you playing there, and then you're continuing there, and then you're continuing there.
I
It's
might have to
it's
take that
seamless.
idea and make a
Yeah.
video. That's a great
I
idea.
really liked it, and I loved the music in between the lyrics. It was great. It really was.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you to everyone who performed tonight, and also please join us next week. And you can watch us on YouTube or find us on Facebook, Songwriters Workshop TV. And so thank you. We'll see you in the next episode.